Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Farming Simulator 19. You're watching JCTV playing on the Xbox One console. This is Stranded in the Pacific Northwest, episode number 22. Thanks for tuning in, folks. This is going to be a very exciting episode. All of our cotton is grown and ready to harvest. All of our soybeans are grown and ready to harvest. And also, all of our silage is also ready to sell. Today is like National Sell All Your Crops Day. But first things first, while we're getting the cotton harvesters going, you may notice in the top right hand corner of your video, I did have to remove the seasons mod, and I'll tell you why. I had the completely wrong seasons geo loaded that did not allow me to grow cotton. So while it allowed me to plant it and seed it, didn't allow it to grow. So I was standing around waiting for nothing. So in order to maintain the saved game, I had to remove the geo, remove the seasons mod, and replant everything, wait for it to be harvested, then reinstall the correct seasons geo, which, if you don't already know, for cotton farms, it is the Australian geo, Seasons Australia, Queensland, or something, because cotton needs a very warm climate to grow in. So if you're using something that's not a very warm climate, you're kind of screwed for cotton. So that's where we're at right now. So we removed the geo, removed seasons. We're playing just a regular Platinum Edition Farming Simulator 19 without the geo, so that we could harvest all of this cotton. Now, the main goal of all of these crop sales are to purchase that field that's directly in front of us on the other side of our super field for $1.4 million. Now, you can see we only have 135,000, so $1.4 million is kind of a stretch goal at this point. I'm hoping that by the end of this video, we have a little more than 1.4 million to purchase that field. Then we can plow it all, merge it all, and then we will have one ginormous super field of cotton on this side of the map to go with our ginormous super field of soybeans on the other side of the map. Then we can start expansion up onto the mountain. After one more harvest, we should have almost $1.5 million if we do this a second time to expand our operation up the hill so that we can have 3 farms going at the same time. Now, I did some quick research, and there's actually 2 farms up on the mountain. So maybe we can do like an upper east side and an upper west side farm, or north and south. I don't know. We'll figure that out when we get up there, but there is a spot up there for 2 separate farms to be built up on the mountain. Instead of having 2 harvesters in one farm, maybe we can have the northern farm or the southern farm. We'll figure all that out later, but these ideas are just coming to me as we're going because I'm really excited about this super harvest. So let's skip ahead a little bit. Let's start these harvesters, and we'll start the soybean harvesters on the other side of the map as well. All right, here is the second John Deere cotton harvester starting his route on this side. And what we're going to do is we're just going to let these guys go. Every once in a while we'll come back and check on them and pick up some cotton bales with our semi-trailer, but for the most part these guys are going to be working by themselves in tandem, working their way towards the middle of the field. Let's get our AGCO Ideal soybean harvesters ready. We will take those out to the field. Yeah, one by one we've got to repair these headers as well. So let's get that done and get these guys out to the field and harvesting these soybeans. All right, here is the second AGCO Ideal 9T soybean harvester machine starting his route on this side of the field. Again, these will work the same as the cotton harvesters. They will just drive until they meet the middle of the map, and then we will show you the last truck of soybeans going into the port silo, because that's where we're going to be dumping it, because we're going to be taking them up the hill, because that's where they're paying the most money. So let's have a look at the silage here. We've got a lot of silage to get through. You can see we've got an extra conveyor belt rigged up here that leads all the way to the sell point. So essentially the only thing that we have to do is uncover the bunker and turn on the belt. And this is just going to sell itself all day long. We don't have to do a thing. This is going to be fantastic because there is a lot, and I mean a lot of silage here. Way too much to take it bucket by bucket. So we're just going to let the conveyor belts handle it. 406,000 liters of silage. We just got to go find the last pickup belt and park it in front of the other belts. And then we can start harvesting our silage and selling that at the biogas plant. All right, so we're off to the races now. We're flying at 3 miles an hour in the conveyor belt. 3 miles an hour. Slow down there, Mr. Conveyor Belt. So we're just going to drive this and park it in front of this belt and make sure the pickups are lined up. And then we'll just turn on the belt and go do something else, because this is going to take all day, I'm not going to lie. It's 2 minutes after 12 now, so noon, lunchtime, and we'll probably be harvesting silage well into the middle of the night because this does not pick up very quickly. All right, let's just try and line these up here. That looks good right about there. All right, and then we're just going to turn on the belt, and silage sale has commenced. And that's all we really do with the conveyor belts. Just turn it on and watch it go. And there you go. You can see it's auto picking up. And that's the best thing about using conveyor belts with silage. You don't have to do anything. You can just sit and relax. Watch your silage sell itself. There we go. Nice big long line of conveyor belts. Now you'll notice there is a silage counter here. This is how much we're selling, and I'm pretty sure the biogas plant has a limit of 45,000. Then you got to wait a little bit for the silage to go down so you can sell some more. So this is what takes a long time, because the biogas plant has a silage limit that they're allowed to purchase. So you have to wait until they process it all, and then you can sell them some more. So that's part of the reason why it takes so long. The other part is that there's 406,000 liters of silage. All right, it's going pretty good. Everything's picking up. And eventually we will have to reposition the belts to reach the back of the silo, because I'm just flat out refusing to get into the truck and move it all around. So we'll unwrap this last portion when we get to it. We've got lots of time before we get to that. All right, lots of silage. We're really trying my best here to reach this $1.4 million goal so we can buy that field. Enough is enough. We've got to stop making excuses and purchase that field and get this operation moving, because once we have this massive field of cotton, then it's just going to perpetuate itself in terms of income. And it's very low maintenance. Really all we have to do is plant it and fertilize it, and then the harvesters could just harvest it all themselves, because once those John Deere harvesters fill up, they just spit the bale out the back and then keep going. So it's perfect. All right, let's see what we've got going on here. All right, soybean guys are doing okay. We've got to get the semi truck over there to help empty them out. And the cotton guys are doing okay. Everyone is right on schedule. Well, there really is no schedule. They're just driving. You can see how big this cotton field is. All right, so we're going to take the Lizard Hulk and the Soybean Express over to the field, and we'll empty out one of the harvesters. You can see he's just about 80%. We're obviously not going to make you sit through the entire harvest. At some point, we will skip to the end and show you the last truck going into the grain silo to load into the train to take up to the mountain. I believe it's, I can't remember, the Timberline Flour Mill is the place that's selling or buying paying the most for soybeans. So that's where we're going to be training all of our soybeans up the mountain. All right. This is a lot of soybeans. Now we did actually, after we removed the seasons mob, we did have a chance to fertilize these fields 3 times, so they are like at 100% fertilized. So there is a lot of soybeans here. All right, so we'll break the rule of no driving over the crops just this one time. We'll see if we can fill this truck in reverse. There we go. Oh, almost. Get it. There we go. I just didn't have enough time to turn around. It's the only reason why we did that in reverse. All right, so we're going to keep doing this repeated process until the soybeans are all harvested and in the silo. So why don't we skip ahead to the end of that? All right, and with all the excitement of harvesting the soybeans, we've got our second load of cotton bales with our semi-trailer. We're going to put them in nice, neat rows of 10 here. We're just going to stack them up until they're ready to drive over to the spinnery. And at some point, we will just take them all over to the spinnery and then sell them 5 at a time to maximize our profits. You can see we're down to $87,000 now. We were at $135,000. We've spent a lot of money just on workers alone. It's crazy. And he's got another full tank. All right, so fast forward to the end of the soybean harvest. This is the last truckload going into the silo now. So we're just going to wait for that to drain into there. And there we go. And now we're going to load up the train. Silage is still going good. These guys are still rocking and rolling. Where's the train? There we go. And it is coincidentally parked right beside the silo, so that's perfect. So we're going to load up the train and bring it all the way up to the Timberline Flour Mill. Stay tuned for that. All right, so all loaded up and arriving at the Timberline Flour Mill. We have a full train, full to the brim, 300,000 liters of soybeans. Let's get these out of the train and get that money in our pocket right away. All right, let's see how much money we can come up with. So we had $84,000. We are now almost done that first tanker car full. Come on, big money. There we go. Now we've got 250,000. Let's go to the next train car. These trees are really in my way. There we go. Let's sell those. It's a beautiful sight. Look at all that money. All right, 2 train cars down. That was a $222,000 harvest, bringing our total to $472,000. Not bad so far from $84,000. All right, last train car. It's a little tricky because we can't see it. We've kind of got to wait for the trigger to appear. We should get the lizard treks up here and chop down all these trees just to get them out of my way. All right, last 90,000 liters going into the silo. Going into the Timberline Flour Mill, sorry. And done. Not bad. So we're at $639,000, up from 84. So just over $500,000 harvest just from the soybeans alone. So let's just back the train out of the way so it's not blocking the road at least. Or that road. Maybe we'll block this road over here. There we go. All right. So there's a little bit of soybeans left, and I don't really feel like driving the train all the way back down here. So we'll take these 12,000 pounds or 12,000 liters and just dump them in our silo on the other side of the farm near Farm Operations Center number 1. We'll take those over there, drop them in the silo, and then that'll be all she wrote for the soybeans for this episode. All right, here we are at the silo. Just going to drop these 12,000 pounds or 12,000 liters here. We'll leave the truck here for now. Let's go check on our silage, see what's happening here. We are down to 245,000 liters of silage. That's all right. And it is still going. We do have to wait for the daily limit, obviously, to finish. It is very slow going because the silage stops loading and then waits for the counter to go down. But on the brighter side, we've got some more cotton. All right. Everything is going nicely. All right, let's drive around and go pick up some cotton bales, and we'll bring them back over to our little collection point here. So the truck holds 5 bales. So this will be 15 bales of cotton so far, and we're not even to the halfway point of harvesting yet for these cotton bales. This may turn out to be a very, very lucrative business for us on this side of the map. All right, so we're just going to drive around, and then we'll go to the other side of the field to see if there's any cotton bales sitting there. There should be 3 or 4, but we can only take 5 at a time. Whoops, that little spot wasn't planted. All right, let's check out the cotton bale situation on this side of the map. Yeah, look at how big our field's going to be once we purchase that one farm next door. That's awesome. It's going to be super huge. All right, where are the bales? You kind of got to drive the entire field because you can't see them off in the distance. There's 1, 2, and 3. There's the 3rd one. Okay, perfect. So 5 bales of cotton. And we'll just keep driving right around the field. We'll go drop these off. And then, I really don't know. Let's see what's going on here. Let's drop off these bales first, and we'll worry about what happens next when it happens. All right, this has been harvested, so we can drive across this. All right, should we keep it in rows of 10 or make it rows of 15? Who knows? Just by this now, so we've got 15 bales of cotton, and we're not even at the halfway point yet for harvesting. So I'm thinking we'll probably get about 40 bales of cotton, and we're going to leave it in rows of 10. Just line it up really nice. Satisfy my obsessive compulsive disorder. Here we go. All right, and we'll just leave these right here. Perfect. All right, well, I think it's about time we skip to the end of the cotton harvest. There's no sense in watching these guys work at 6 miles an hour. Let's go to the spinnery. So here's all of our cotton bales. We have 2 rows of 15 and another row of 10. So we got 41 bales because there's 1 on the truck. I was close. I said 40. We got 41 bales of cotton. So if we look at the price of cotton, where'd you go? There we go. It's doing pretty good. 1921 per 1,000 liters, and these are 10,000 liter bales or pounds, whatever. I don't think we can measure cotton in liters. So let's sell one to see how much we get for it, and then we can pretty much multiply it by 5 to figure out how much we're going to get. Let's just unload this right here. Hey, look at that, $19,000. So times 5, that's just about 100 grand. 100 grand per truckload, and there's 40 bales, so that's 8 truckloads. So we could be potentially looking at an extra $800,000. Let's just load all this up, and we'll see how many we get. So this is full truck number 1. And we're at $642,000. There we go, look at that. Fantastic, $96,000 per truckload. Times 5, times 8. Whoops, smash into the bales. That's okay, we're selling them anyway. All right, this is truck number 2. All right, you get the gist of this. Let's skip to truck number 8. All right, where are we at now? We're at $1.3 million, and this is the last truck of cotton going in. 1.410. Let's just drive out of the spinnery here, and let's check the map real quick. That was all of our cotton bales. $1.410 million, and this field is, survey says, 1.463. We are $50,000 short. Can you believe that? 50 grand short, but wait, we still have to sell all of the silage. That's right. So what we can do is we can drive this truck back to the field, and then we can go check and see. We can fast forward a little bit right to midnight to see if we can make our goal of $1.463 million by selling the silage. All right, so here we are with the silage now completed. The bunker is empty, and we are just waiting for the clock to hit midnight. We're down an extra 10,000, so, or $2,000, whatever. We're at 1,409,458. We need $54,000 to purchase that field, and hopefully when the clock strikes midnight we will have enough. It's coming up here in a couple of seconds, folks. Let's hope and pray we get over, let's say we get over 60 just to be comfortable, so that we can purchase that field, get that out of the way, and then plow the heck out of it to prepare it to add to our cotton empire. So we got 41 bales of cotton out of that field. Look at that, 127,000 from biogas income. That is awesome. Let's go and buy that field right now. We have enough. Our goal is now complete. Perfect. Look at the size of this field now. Purchase. There you go. Look at how sweet that is. Maybe we'll even get rid of all those trees at some point, and we'll extend it out even further, but who knows. This will be fine just for now. We now own every single field on the bottom of the mountain. That is fantastic. All right, so we're down to $76,000, folks. Thanks for tuning in. This is going to wrap up this episode of Farming Simulator 19. You watched JCTV playing on the Xbox One console. This was Stranded in the Pacific Northwest, episode number 22. For now, this is JCTV saying, see you later.